So it said that the dancing robot decided it was going to smash plates and send tableware flying as it swung its arms up and down and around. And the three restaurant staffers couldn't restrain its sweet moves. In the video, a member can be seen grabbing the robot from behind and trying to control it through a handheld device, but it didn't work. The robot continued to groove, and two more staffers can be seen coming to her aid, trying to help control the robot. The machine kept waving its arms in the air like it just didn't care, and just started, flinging the dishes and stuff. So, yeah, it was not a. Wait, let's see if this is a video. Might be a video of it. Let's see if we can see it. So you got a rabid robot. Sometimes you just don't know how to handle your employees, I guess. But yeah, I would imagine that would be expensive if you get too many plates destroyed. All right, let's see what else we got here. Meta is supposed to pay $375 million for violating New Mexico law in child exploitation case. The jury finds, jury deliberations are underway in a separate Los Angeles case against Meta and Google's YouTube. $375 million. That's a lot of million. So.
A lot of money.
It says here, so Meta must pay $375 million for violating New Mexico law in child exploitation case. Deliberations began Monday, and jury members, found that Meta willfully violated the state's Unfair Practices Act. We respectfully disagree with the verdict and will appeal, says the Meta spokesperson. A New Mexico state court jury on Tuesday held Meta liable for nearly $400 million in civil damages after a trial where the state attorney general accused a Facebook and Instagram operator of failing to safeguard kids who use apps and apps from child predators. Now, see, this is another one. See, this is a parental problem, I think. I think it's less a Meta problem and more of a parental problem. The civil trial began with opening arguments in Santa Fe last month, centered on the allegations that Meta violated state consumer protection laws and misled residents about the safety of apps like Facebook and Instagram. New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres sued Meta in 2023 following an undercover operation involving the creation of a fake social media profile of a 13-year-old girl that he previously told CNBC was simply inundated with images and targeted solicitations from child abusers. Deliberations began Monday, and jurors were tasked with ruling in favor or against the defendant, Meta. Jury members found that Meta willfully violated the state's Unfair Practices Act and decided the company should pay $375 million in damages based on the number of violations. Linda Singer, an attorney representing New Mexico, urged jury members during closing statements to impose a civil penalty against Meta that could top $2 billion. We respectfully disagree with the verdict and will appeal. See, $2 billion, that's a lot. See, the thing about this is this becomes a parental thing. If your kids are on Facebook and they shouldn't be on Facebook if they're 13, first off.
Correct.
And second off, if they are on and they're 13, the parents should be paying attention to what the kids are doing. If the kids are doing, and now I will tell you this, I have women friends that have told me about this. Like, for instance, if you're even an adult woman and you just accept somebody's friendship, there's a good chance they're going to, if you don't know the person, they're going to send you not so nice pictures. And a lot of those. I mean, because people were, I don't get it. I don't understand the whole thing about sending someone you don't know or even do know pictures like that. It doesn't seem like the right thing to do. And somehow I think that happens with women. But if it's happening with a child, that's a parental problem. And it shouldn't happen at all. But that's not something that Meta controls. If they're getting those kind of things, that's something that a parent should be aware of. And it's really not there's no way to really monitor that, because that's not something that, in the essence of wanting, we all want our privacy. But yet those things happen because there's a lot of really messed up men that do things like this. So I think that's more of a parental thing than it is of. It's like saying, well, I went to Walmart and somebody exposed themselves for me, so I'm going to sue Walmart. It's really not really fair to, and it's not that I'm pro-Meta. I'm not pro-Meta. I'm not anti-Meta. I'm actually still mad at Meta for canceling my account for Trash Talking Radio in 2012. They decided they were going to cancel my account because too many people were signing up for Facebook, and they were not real people. They were just making accounts up, and sometimes they made accounts up that were, say, Rob Lowe's account, and made a Rob Lowe account. Sometimes they would make up a male would make up a female account, or a female would make up a male account, and they would try to trick people and stuff like that. Okay, I kind of understand that, but my account was specifically Trash Talking, was Mike Trash, and it was for Trash Talking Radio, and I had no offenses whatsoever, but because I wouldn't send them proof that I was a real person, they shut my account down. And when I went to send them proof, I sent them the information, and all I got was, we will get back to you as soon as I've never been gotten back to. I never got my account back. I had to start a new one from zero. And I had 5,000 followers, which was the maximum you could have at that time. Now I had to start all over again from 0 followers. And, I decided for the next year I wasn't going to go to Facebook at all. And I wasn't going to open another account. Well, now, a year and a half later, I figured I got to start it up again because I want to do Trash Talking Radio again, and I wanted to, on there. And at the time, I could do other places, so I didn't care. Actually, I wasn't doing video at that point. It was too early. I decided I wanted to do video, and that's why I had to start it up again. So, but I mean, the thing is, Meta's not perfect. And they did things that really irritated me, like put my account in purgatory. But again, that, in my opinion, is a parental thing that they're talking about. Not, I don't think they should be held liable because somebody sent things. They don't know what the age of somebody is. I don't think we talked about this yet, but in case because we didn't, I'm going to say I'm going to talk about this now, although I don't have I thought I had NASA to build a $20 billion base on the moon's surface. I think we talked about that last week, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Over the next 7 years to support sustained lunar operations and repurposing components from a now canceled space station originally intended for lunar habitation, I guess. OpenAI shuts down Sora, the Sora video platform, as part of a shift towards building productivity tools, killing $1 billion licensing deal with Disney. That came to me as a surprise, because giving up $1 billion deal with Disney, I really was surprised about that. But they did actually shut that down. So, and OpenAI raises an additional $10 billion, pushing its record-setting funding to over $120 billion. That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Okay, then what else we got here? We got, all right, then that's all done. So, okay. Okay, this is kind of cool. It's a video of a robot playing tennis. Now, this tennis robot, 96% accuracy is pretty darn good. He's playing tennis with a 96% accuracy. And they actually have a video here, I think. I think I saw a video here. Let's see. I did see a video. Where's it at? I don't see it. Why don't I see it? There's a video of this. Darn it. Let's see. I think I can do it this way. Search for. Okay. Come on, where's the video? Here it is. Okay. Okay.
This robotic tennis player pulled off a shocking rally against a human opponent. The Chinese humanoid taught itself to play, similar to how human athletes train, through drills and repetition. It's a milestone that could open the door for robots to master complex skills far beyond athletics. That's according to researchers from Beijing Tsinghua and Peking universities, who developed a system to train the robot with a fast-rising startup Galvin. The framework, called Latent, is short for learning athletic humanoid tennis skills from imperfect motion data. The team customized a Unitary G1 humanoid robot used for the study, attaching a racket with a 3D printed adapter and adding reflective markers for cameras to track its movements. They fed the robot's artificial intelligence incomplete fragments of human motion data, captured from motion tracking recordings of amateur tennis players. They used machine learning to correct and recombine the fragments into full tennis actions for the robot to learn. The humanoid's digital twin practiced thousands of variations in simulation, where conditions changed constantly to prepare it for the chaotic realities of live tennis. In real-world experiments, the robot returned incoming tennis balls with a success rate of more than 90% with forehand shots and about 78% for backhands. Though the robot's skills paled in comparison to a skilled human player, the researchers suggested that future systems could improve further through robot versus robot training.
So, I mean, that's a pretty interesting thing. I mean, tennis is just the beginning of what this could actually be. This could be pretty cool when they start seeing what they can do with all these things. They can make tasks. There's going to be, once these humanoids, now they're going to have, one of the reasons they stopped making Model X's and Model S's is they're going to turn those factories into building robots. And they think that that's the next wave of things that Tesla is going to be pushing. And let's say now you say, okay, well, I don't know if I'd pay, say, $20,000 for a robot, right? You're not really into wanting to pay that kind of money for a robot, right?
No, not really.
But if you had a warehouse and you were to buy a couple robots at $20,000 or $30,000, how much do you pay the person that actually pulls the stuff off the shelves and boxes it up and ships it. How much do you pay that guy an hour?
Not only that, but you have to give them breaks.
Yep. And that's what that's just the beginning of what these guys could do, is do stuff like that. And that would save you. I mean, where I worked in tech sales, but we had warehouses all across the country, and we could hire, instead of hiring a bunch of people, you get something that's never going to make a mistake, because you put little scanners in their eyes. They're going to always have the right UPC code. They're always going to have the right box, because they're going to do the same. They're going to have a series of things. If this big, this is the box, or whatever it is, whatever code that is, and they're going to have the stuff way before anybody would do it manually. So, them playing tennis, that's pretty complex. So that would probably turn around and end up being one of your workers in your warehouse, or whatever you're ending up doing, whatever your business is. For me, it would be, you can actually train people how to wrestle without taking any bumps. You wouldn't have to take a bump. Now, the student would have to take a bump, but you would see it done perfect every time. If let's say you have a wrestler and two wrestlers, one taking the bump, one, this is the way it's supposed to look, and then you take the other person and, wrestle or show him how to do a move or whatever. They're the next wave of things that I think is going to start. People say, well, what would I do with a robot? Well, it may not be for you right now, but there will be eventually some way that you could have that on your scale of things to do. I mean, that saves you a ton of money in a warehouse type situation. And who knows, it could be, say you had say you did a restaurant, you could have, and it's not dancing in that restaurant because we see what happens then. But if we have a cleanup robot, or you have a robot that does dishes, or a robot that, there's all kinds of things. There's like, pick a business, there's probably, if you had a construction business, say you had to dig ditches or whatever it is, that's going to be our next wave of things, I think, is that they're going to find all kinds of things that robot can do that many people don't want to do. So you can have someone else do it. You could have the robot do it. So I think it's really cool. But
it's going to replace people.
Yeah, but it's going to replace people for doing things that you don't want to do. I mean, right now you can buy a robot that'll cut your grass. I hate cutting grass, but if I can have it, the same thing, the same robot can plow snow. I've seen these devices that go out there and plow the snow. I don't want to plow snow. I'd like to watch from the window, and that's what you do. And they're so smart that you don't even need to put, like the old ones, you had to put wire around, like when you were for where it can go and where it can't go. A lot of the new ones are AI, and they know where your land is. You just basically tell it where the land ends, and it'll do the work. And that same robot can plow snow where you need it to plow. I mean, that's awesome to me. I think it's that is where we're going to see these robots excel. Until they take over the planet, then we're stuck as its slave. But until then, we're pretty good. So I mean, I who knows where it's going to end, but I think it looks pretty good from this standpoint, where as we get older. And like one of the things I did say, we were talking about full self-driving. One of the reasons I said that I bought my car was that as I get older, I want to be able to get around. I don't want to have to worry about how good I drive or how bad I drive or whatever it is. I want to be able to get from point A to point B and not have to worry about driving myself. I mean, I'll drive myself, but I want to be able to go and have it do it. So to me, that's very important. So anyway, well, we've reached our end of the show.
End of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
One fast.
yeah, and I still had stories. I always try to over prepare for it. So, but nothing I have that I didn't talk about is time sensitive. So it's cool. And some of the things I had doubts as to whether or not I wanted to talk about anyway. Oh, before we go though, with Easter on its way, candy sales this year, guess where we think it's going to be?
I have no idea, Mike.
Just pick a number.
1 billion dollars.
Well, you're almost there. $3.5 billion is what they say that sales will be this year for candy sales.
Oh, the biggest time of the year for candy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
That and Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, when I saw that, I said, what? That's crazy stuff. That's a lot of candy. It's a lot of M&Ms or whatever, Reese's Pieces, whatever it is. It's a lot of it. So, all right, on that number, I guess it's time to go. And yeah, I think we had a pretty good show here. We got to talk
I agree.
about a lot of stuff. And wait a minute, I can't get to my screen. How do I get to it from here? Oh, I know what I got to do. I got to go to here. I can't turn the show off till I find the right screen. There we go. All right, there we are. Okay. All right, time to go. We will talk to you again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And yeah, it was a pretty good show. I'm happy when we get through these and get through our topics, and it's fun. Anyway, all right.
Take care, folks.
I'll talk to you next week, and yeah, here we go.